This is Virginia Sports Live on WFXR.
Welcome back, everybody, to Virginia Sports Live. It's time for everyone's favorite game show. What is it, KEVANEY?
Fact or
fiction. Oh, I thought you were going to finish it out. You want me to?
You finish my sentences, man.
Well, that's how we roll. Anyway, here's how it works. If you've been in a cave and you haven't seen it before, I will have a statement, and KEVANEY and I will talk about whether it's going to be a fact or it's going to be a fiction. And we usually are kind of disagreeing a little bit or agreeing.
We disagree about everything.
That's
so
true.
We got to keep it going through.
I know. We got to keep the tradition going. So, of course, this week, KEVANEY, of course, ACC Media Days. We were talking about this all during the week. And, of course, one big storyline, Virginia Tech last year, they won the Coastal Division in Justin Fuente's first year as head coach. So, fact or fiction, Virginia Tech will go back-to-back as Coastal Division champions.
I'm going fact. Call me crazy. They did lose a lot of talent, obviously, Gerard Evans and then Bucky Hodges, Isaiah Ford, all to the NFL. But the only team that I think that can contend with them is Miami. And they're going through a similar process. They might be starting a true freshman under center as well. So I think that the only true competition that they have in the Coastal Division is Miami. And if they can get that win, obviously, it's back-to-back champs.
And I'm going to have to agree with my esteemed colleague, Kevin Martin. We are there, 1 for 1 right there. I'm going to say fact. And like you mentioned, the biggest test will be against Miami down at South Beach. And I think the thing is with Virginia Tech, they both Miami and Virginia Tech will have great defenses. Yep. But over the last few years, the Coastal has been kind of cluttered a little bit. It's been a big cluster of teams trying to break through and win that division title. But in the end, it'll be back-to-back, baby. They will take the Coastal Division title. Meanwhile, our other Virginia team in the state, the Virginia Cavaliers, last year 2-10 under Bronco Mendenhall's first year. I thought they would go 6-6. So let's use that record for our reference point of this fact or fiction statement. So fact or fiction, Virginia will go 6-6 or better this season.
And I'm going fact again. I think starting off in their 2017 schedule, 3 games in a row, William & Mary, Indiana, and then UConn. I think that those are for sure wins for them. Then the season gets a little bit tougher, but I think the big turning point here is if they can either nab the North Carolina game or the Georgia Tech game. The last 3 games of the season are hard. At Louisville, at Miami, and then hosting Virginia Tech. So I think that the end of the season is going to be a lot harder for them. If they can start off, get those 3 wins, and then maybe split a few of those games, that they can end up going 500.
I'm going to say fact again. We're going to agree. And the reason why I feel that this will be the key, think about this again, it's going to be those first 3 games. Because Virginia, you got to develop that confidence. Last year when they lost to Richmond in the first game, they did play Oregon tough, but over that time and UConn tough, but in the end, they just didn't have the momentum in the conference. If they could start 3-0, you set yourself up to where, okay, I need to find 3 more wins in there, and I think they can in that moment. So we were going to go fact on that one.
Okay,
so we're even Steven. Meanwhile, the ACC, baby. They have all the title belts. In wrestling, they have all the belts. They have the Heisman Trophy winner, the national champion, some great players, reigning, defending players, which a lot of people feel it makes the ACC the best conference in the land. So fact or fiction, the ACC is the best conference in the land.
And I'm going 3 for 3. I'm going fact again. And honestly, Jermaine, I'm going to quote Jimbo Fisher from yesterday. I don't know if anyone heard what he said, but he made a strong statement for the ACC. He said 2 of the last 4 national championships the ACC has won, and they played in the last 3. They were 8-3 in playoff games. Non-conference records against the SEC and Big Ten were winning records. They have 2 Heisman Trophy winners and 6 coaches in the top 20 in all-time winning percentage in the ACC. So, yeah, I mean, Jimbo Fisher basically just gave the case for the ACC, and I'm going to agree with him. I'm going to go fact. I think that they are the best. They are the premier conference in college football.
Here's the thing. I am going to definitely go fact on that. And here's, like you just, I mean, you built my case.
Jimbo Fisher built our case.
Jimbo Fisher, but you co-signed on the case right there. I tell you, when you have that, and the ACC is starting to pick up steam, but here's where it's going to tell the tale. You have some big non-conference games coming up. Florida State taking on Alabama. Clemson taking on Auburn.
Virginia Tech, West Virginia.
Virginia Tech, West Virginia. And so if they could continue that momentum, winning those big non-conference games, ACC, baby, #1 with a bullet.
Definitely.
Now, here's another one we're going to look at. And this one lit up our eyes. Home Run Derby, which was awesome this year. You made a big statement. You said the Home Run Derby was better than the NBA Slam Dunk Contest. So I'll use your line, fact or fiction, Home Run Derby greater than the Slam Dunk Contest in the NBA.
And I got to go fact again. I mean, I am through and through a basketball fan. The NBA is my baby. But as far as excitement and fan enjoyment, I mean, did you see the Home Run Derby and the excitement going around it?
Yes,
Aaron Judge, 513 crushed one, dude. 513 feet. I'm not talking crap about the NBA. I mean, they definitely bring the showmanship. They do some crazy stuff. But, I mean, the Home Run Derby, they really showed out this year, and the excitement surrounding it. The NBA has some big shoes to fill this year when the Slam Dunk Contest rolls around.
All day, every day, I'm going to go fiction on that. Baseball. I love the baseball. The Home Run Derby is cool, but nothing beats those dunks. Yes, they need some creativity done with it, but in the end, dunk, baby. We're going to dunk it home. Well, guess what, folks? Fact or fiction?
Always fun.
Always fun. We're going to wrap it up, right?
Yeah.
Fact or fiction? Fact or fiction? We'll be right back.